All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the November 13th meeting of the Local Agency Formation Commission. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Jordan.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
All right, entertain a motion to approve the affidavit of posting agenda.
So moved.
First, we have a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 I forgot because we don't normally do this in other meetings, a roll call. I guess we should go do that as well.
Commissioner Kosmicki,
Here.
Commissioner Zanger,
Here.
Commissioner Stevens,
Here.
Commissioner Mello,
Here.
Commissioner Jordan,
Here.
all five present.
Thank you very much. We'll go to public comment. This is for items, for members of the public to speak that are, on items that are not on the agenda. Is there public comment for items not on the agenda?
If you'd like to make a comment in chambers, please provide a speaker card. On Zoom, you can press *9 or the raise hand icon. I have no public comment.
Great, thank you very much. So that would take us to 5.1, approval of minutes from the August 14th, 2025 meeting. Do we have any questions or comments? Is there any public comment?
If you'd like to make a comment in chambers, please provide a speaker card. On Zoom, please press *9 or the raise hand icon. No comments.
Thank you very much. Should I entertain a motion to approve the minutes? So first,
So moved.
we have a second.
I'll second.
We have a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. That would take us to item 5.2, which is appointment of public member and or public member alternate. We have 3 applicants for the 2 positions, the public member and the public member alternate. Staff, did you want to say anything as an introduction?
Just that there's one other item under 5.1 first. You just adopted or approved the August minutes, and there's also the September minutes.
Oh, I missed the September. Okay, thank you for that. Do we have a motion to approve the September minutes?
So moved.
First, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Thank you very much for that clarification. And so then again to 5.2, Jennifer.
Okay. The public member position is presently vacant. As of the deadline to submit letters of interest, which was last Wednesday, we had received 3 applicants for the position. That was for Lynn Mello, your current public member alternate, for Andy Morrison, and for Joseph Howard. I recommend having each of the applicants come and speak at the podium, and then following that, make an appointment. The voting members will only be county and city commissioners, so no one in the public position will vote on appointments for either the public member or public member alternate.
Thank you very much. So we'll, unless there's objections, maybe we can do the same way we did the last time, which is each of the applicants can come up to the podium and speak for 2 minutes. And then if there's questions, comments from the commission, have the opportunity for that. And then after all the applicants are done, we can do public comment as well and bring it back to the commission. So if there's any, unless there's hesitation, I'd start with Lynn Mello, if you'd like to come up to the podium, if you want to take a couple minutes to make your case. Don't matter.
Good afternoon, Commission. Thank you for this opportunity. You know me, my name is Lynn Mello. I've been a San Benito County resident for 40 plus years. My interest in the commissioner seat stems from a lifelong commitment to the health and well-being of individuals and families and communities in San Benito County. I've been a nurse for 40 years. The last decade of my career, I was Deputy Director of Public Health. I served on numerous coalitions and committees. I have a long history of volunteerism. And I believe that I can serve the community and serve on the commission with transparency and a level head in helping to meet the goals of the mission of LAFCO, which is preventing public sprawl, urban sprawl, and preserving farmlands and providing assurance for good governance in the services for our county. So thank you for this opportunity, and I hope you'll choose me.
Thank you. Is there any questions, comments from the commission? Hearing none. Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate that. So then the next applicant on the list would be Andy Morrison, if you'd like to come up.
Well, good evening, and thank you for an opportunity to talk. I don't have prepared remarks. You saw my email thread with the executive officer and the attachment to that, so you can read as well as I can. I don't want to just enumerate those things. I will tell you a short little story, though. I saw on Nextdoor, a social platform, that nobody was interested in serving on the LAFCO commission from the public. So I thought, well, I can do that. I'm semi-retired, and I hate to see a LAFCO not fulfilling its role. So I connected with the executive officer, and I asked only one question. Usually I ask better questions. I asked, has that been filled? She said no, and I filled out the letter of interest. And then I read the agenda. There's two other people that filled out letter of interest. Had I known, I may not have filled out a letter of interest, but since we're here, I will say that I have a lot of experience working in governments as an employee and as a manager. Worked for the city of Santa Cruz, the county of Santa Cruz, and Union Sanitary District. And since I've retired, I've continued my involvement in the wastewater field, working with the State Water Board and training people how to comply with the regs. So happy to answer any questions that you have for me. Also, I'm very content to stay semi-retired, throw the ball for the dog, and do all the other things that make me smile. I'm content to serve as a commissioner or an alternate, or to let the other two be. It's up to the commission. Whatever you decide, you won't hurt my feelings. I just didn't want to see it not fulfilled. That's why I applied.
Appreciate that. Questions, comments from the commission? Hearing none. Thank you, Andy, for that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. And then lastly, Joseph Howard.
Interestingly enough, I had almost the same. I pretty much had the same motivations and conditions as Andy Morrison. I first believed I believe that we needed, just in case nobody else signed up. I saw that Lynn did in fact apply, but I wanted there to be more than one option when we going into this. So I signed up knowing that we are only as strong as our options, and this is true in elections and appointments and any position that requires some kind of that requires a role to be fulfilled. We are only as strong as our options, and so I thought, at least I talk so much about the redeeming power of competition and of options and all these things. I'm an ardent populist myself, and so that's why I signed up. I signed up because I figured it could only serve to better our options, and that's basically it. I mean, if I was actually appointed, I'd bring a different paradigm to leadership, taking more input from the people and things like that. Any way that I can, I definitely go out of my way to enhance public engagement to try to get more people in here, because I'd love to see what the community knows, what the community knows, doesn't know, what they're thinking, what they want, things like that. The public commissioner. At least as far as I'm concerned, definitely involves the public. I take the word public very seriously. That being said, though, as much as I love to think that I'd be a great fit, I actually rather think the other two would be better. I'm just being honest with that. Is that while I do believe in the redeeming power of competition, I do believe in my competition's inherent qualifications. So I'd rather you pick one of them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions, comments?
Okay.
Any public comment?
would like to make a comment in chambers, please provide a speaker card. On Zoom, you can press *9 or the raise hand icon. I have no public comment.
Thank you very much. We'll bring it back to the commission. Anyone like to start off? Comments, motions?
I'll make a comment. I think Lynn would be a great permanent, like, first person for this seat. I am interested in seeing her be move from alternate to the actual appointee for that position. And with the other two, I mean, I was really, curious about what Joe said in his final thoughts about thinking the others were more qualified. And I think that the qualifications really are about not just so much your experience, but also your desire. So I think both candidates would be in different ways, I think would be good alternates. However, I don't have a preference, but I do think that Lynn would be a great person to make as the public appointee.
Thank you. Others?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate everybody actually signing up and throwing their name in the hat. It takes guts to come up here and talk, to be out there and throwing yourself out in the public for questions and answers is kind of brave, I think. And I appreciate y'all coming up. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Supervisor Zaire. Commissioner Zaire?
Careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say I support Lynn as for the public member spot. The alternate doesn't seem like anyone's really chomping at the bit too much. But I do appreciate both of you. I really do appreciate you guys signing up and putting your name in it because it does help. And, like you said, at the very least, at least there would be someone. And now that we have a couple options, so I really appreciate that. I think either would probably be a good fit. I'm interested to hear where everyone's at with it. But I would support Lynn as the public member.
Okay, so let's take this one by one. If there's a motion for the public member, the regular permanent position, or the public member, I guess it's just called. There's been a recommendation for Lynn Mello. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to appoint Lynn Mello as the public member.
There's a first. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All's in favor, roll call. And we can, again,
Lynn
Commissioner Mello
Kim.
can vote.
Yeah.
Commissioner Kosmicki,
Yes.
Commissioner Zanger,
Yes.
Commissioner Stevens,
Yes.
Commissioner Jordan,
Yes.
4-0 vote, motion passes.
Thank you very much. Take us to the alternate position. Any further comments or questions or a motion? I'll make a motion to appoint Joe Howard as the alternate.
I'll second.
All those in favor, roll call, please.
Commissioner Kosmicki,
Yes.
Commissioner Zanger,
Yes.
Commissioner Stevens,
Yes.
Commissioner Jordan,
No. Sorry, Joe.
3-1 vote, motion passes.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for applying.
Yes.
And it's much appreciated that we have people that are wanting to do this. And so thank you very much. So that would take us to our next item on the agenda. Sorry, lost my item there. Which is the LAFCO financial reports and invoices for 25-26. Jennifer?
Can we take a momentary break so that I can have Lynn file her oath of office so that
Yeah.
she can continue
Sure
in the
thing.
position that she's in?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay,
And does
just a
Joseph Howard
5-minute.
need to do that as well?
Yeah, I'll have him do it at the same
Thank you very
time.
much.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take a few minute break. Thank you.
Recording stopped.
LAFCO financial reports and invoices for 25-26. Jennifer?
Okay, this is a standing item for quarterly financial reports. Based on the reports that we had received previously from the county, it was determined that a more streamlined version would be the shadow accounting, which is the first attachment that you have available. That is for the first 3 months of the quarter of fiscal year 25-26. And compared to the county reports, there are no discrepancies between my recordings and the counties at this point. Also attached is more detail with invoices we've received over the last 3 months. So I am available for questions if you have any.
Thank you very much. We'll go to public comment first, and we'll bring it back.
If you'd like to make a comment in chambers, please provide a speaker card. On Zoom, you can press *9 or the raise hand icon. I have no public comment.
So we'll bring it back to the commission. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the LAFCO financial reports and invoices for fiscal year, quarter one, fiscal year 25-26.
Thank you. We have a first. Do we have a second?
Second.
All's in favor, roll call, please.
Commissioner Kuzmicki,
Yes.
Commissioner Zanger,
Yes.
Commissioner Stevens,
Yes.
Commissioner Mello,
Yes.
Commissioner Jordan,
Yes.
5-0 vote, motion passes.
Thank you very much. That would take us to 5.4, which is adoption of municipal services review policies. Jennifer?
In September, we went through these draft policies one by one to see if you had any comment. They're in front of you today for consideration of adoption and inclusion in the policies and guidelines document that we have. It has been comprehensively updated over the last year or so. There continues to be a need for 4 or 5 different sections, one of which is policies on municipal service reviews. So this would be adopted and then included in that document.
Thank you very much. It's just a few pages of documentation. I assume everyone's had a chance to read that. Is there any public comment?
So,
If you'd like to make a comment in chambers, please provide a speaker card. On Zoom, you can press *9 or the raise hand icon. I have no public comment.
Great. We'll bring it back to the commission for any questions or comments. Commissioner Jordan?
thank you. Thank you for this. I appreciate all of the language that defines what the roles and objectives are of the commission itself. It's nice to see them outlined. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Mello, anything?
No.
Commissioner Zarin? Commissioner Stevens?
No.
Just had a quick question, just on the related topic, the MSR for wastewater. What's the status of that? When, I think we talked about taking that to the county. Just kind of wondering what the timetable might be like for when it would come back.
So based on availability for presentations at the public agencies, the plan had been to include a presentation to the county at the next meeting, but it's going to be pushed back to the middle of December. And because of that, it'll be January when we can have it back here in front of the whole full commission.
So the December county board is what you,
Yes, correct.
okay.
Correct. So I have specific dates on when the other presentations will occur. That's under my executive officer report, if you want to see the dates of all of the other
Sure, and was there a San
presentations.
Juan presentation or is San Juan not?
It was going to occur in September, but there were technical difficulties, so we pushed it till next Tuesday.
Okay.
So-
Okay. Sounds good. So December for the county and then January and then next Tuesday for San Juan. Okay, anything further? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to adopt the municipal services review policies as recommended.
Move to adopt.
We have a first, we have a second.
Second.
All those in favor, roll call, please.
Commissioner Kuzmicki,
Yes.
Commissioner Zanger,
Yes.
Commissioner Stevens,
Yes.
Commissioner Mello,
Yes.
Commissioner Jordan,
Yes.
5-0 vote, motion passes.
Thank you very much. That would take us to 5.5, which is review of draft agreements for clerking services provided by hosting agencies. Jennifer?
As you likely remember, at the April meeting, it was brought up the possibility of rotating meeting locations, starting with completing the year with the county, and then 2026 with Hollister, 2027 with the city of San Juan Bautista. The policies were updated to approve rotation of location of the meetings, with the county system continuing to be used to develop and distribute the agendas, so making use of county clerk time. And then the two city clerks would be responsible for minutes and running the meetings. The commission asked that it be ensured that each of the member agencies be reimbursed for their time and the demand on their time and resources. And to that end, there are 3 draft contracts. They are almost exactly the same, but wanted you to see the draft contracts. Both of the cities and the county are in the midst of reviewing by legal counsel, and will bring comments back to LAFCO, ideally with consideration for approval at least for the the Hollister contract in December, given that meetings would start in January at City of Hollister.
Thank you very much. We have public comment?
If you'd like to make a comment in chambers, please provide a speaker card. On Zoom, you can press *9 or the raise hand icon. We have no public comment.
Thank you very much. Back to the commission. Questions? Comments? I had a question. So the county has a 2-year term in its contract. San Juan starts in 2027.
Because San Juan won't be hosting until 2027.
Right.
That's why it's not critical to get it signed or approved right at this moment. The county's is 2 years because it will be continuing to provide agenda support.
Got it. Right. And then the city of Hollister presumably would be next year's.
Right, just for 2026.
Okay, great. Anything further?
So Jennifer, can I just ask just a quick process question, just so that I'm sure that I'm kind of staying on top of the timeline. So our legal is reviewing this. It'll probably will come to us to the council and then come back here, or will that be it? Do you just need the council to review it? Which we've gotten ahead with. Earlier this year, gave a heads up on this. There didn't seem to be any concern about it, so I think it should be fine. But I'm just wanting to make sure that we're going to be ready, because January is right around the corner. I want to make sure that we're ready and that our city clerk is ready to host.
Right, and that's something I have to hash out with your city manager. I've been in contact with him. He has passed it on to legal counsel. I'm certain it would have to be considered by the full council before and approved, and then also approved by this commission to have the full agreement in place.
So do you think that we have enough time? Are you worried about in any way that we might be crunched for time now? I mean, I know that with Dave leaving and we're with an interim city manager, that has created some delays in some of the things, but we can still move things forward, especially something that I think as non-controversial as this one. So do you think that there's any concern about that?
To my knowledge, no. In my correspondence with both cities, it hasn't been a concern, and it will just be dependent upon legal counsel response to the draft that was provided. If they come back with a whole bunch of comments, then we might have to reassess, but I don't think it should be an issue.
Yeah, I don't anticipate that. Okay, please let me know, just so that we're ready, because I think we want to make that happen in January. Okay.
Thank you very much. Entertain a motion to approve the draft agreements.
So moved.
First, do we have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Kosmicki,
Yes.
Commissioner Zanger,
Yes.
Commissioner Stevens,
Yes.
Commissioner Mello,
Yes.
Commissioner Jordan.
Yes.
5-0 vote, motion passes.
Thank you very much. That would take us to 5.6, was the Sustainable Agricultural Lands Conservation Grant Award for Bay Area Agricultural Resiliency Collaborative Planning Project and next steps. Jennifer.
As you may remember, back in June, this came up at the last minute as a possibility to participate in this collaborative effort and receive the SALT grants dedicated towards the Bay Area Agriculture Resiliency Collaborative Planning Project. And the part where LAFCO participates is the second part of the project, which is LAFCO Agricultural Preservation Policy Blueprint to coordinate regional LAFCOs in updating policies to protect farmland and promote orderly growth. So we did receive these grant funds. We'll be moving forward with a kickoff meeting that's yet to be planned. I'm to take part in several meetings over the course of the project, but I'll provide you updates as we move along. Something about San Benito, though, is that we did recently fully update our agricultural preservation policies, so I'm curious how that will play out in this collaboration. So if you have any questions, let me know, but that's it for now.
Thank you very much. Do we have any public comment?
If you'd like to make a comment in chambers, please provide a speaker card. On Zoom, you can press *9 or the raise hand icon. I have no public comments.
Bring it back to the commission. Questions, comments?
Thank you. Super excited about this. Well done. Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you very much. Anything, anybody else? Hearing none. Trying to see the recommendation here. What am I missing? Is there language for a recommendation, Jennifer?
There's no motion necessary. It was just an informational item.
All right. Thank you
for
very
discussion.
much. Appreciate it. So then we'll move on to last item on the regular agenda, 5.7, which is presentation, annexation for Best Road, the MWC annex by Sunny Slope for consideration on December 11, 2025.
Okay. Vanessa, am I able to share on Zoom?
I'm going to go with no.
No. We can't only on the presentation. Attached to the item. Yeah, it's already attached to the item, so it's fine. Okay. So this is a preemptive informational item. This is not a public hearing. This is purely for your information prior to consideration at our next meeting in December, where we'll be conducting a public hearing to consider approval of the Best Road Mutual Water Company annexation by Sunny Slope County Water District. And I just wanted to provide you with a little bit of background right now so that if there's any particular information that you require to make an informed decision, that I can make sure that that is in the staff report in December. And if I have to do any research, that I can take a moment to do that before that public hearing occurs. So I'm sure many are aware, Sunny Slope County Water District has applied to annex Best Road Mutual Water Company. It is part of a large multi-part project to ensure sustainable, safe, reliable water service to the area. The annexation area consists of two areas. It's 247 acres. It is 48 rural residential parcels and water connections. And, oops, the next slide is a map of the two areas. The green is Sunny Slopes' sphere of influence, and the blue hashing is its boundaries. So that means that there does need to be a simultaneous expansion of Sunny Slopes' sphere of influence to include the two areas. Okay, next slide. There was a public health emergency in Best Roads. Their water supply was unsafe and insufficient. They had system issues. They had 2 failing wells and repeated boil water orders. They received funding in the amount of $3.4 million from the Department of Water Resources and a small community drought relief program to fund extension of Sunny Slopes water distribution system to the area. In June of 2025, because the Best Roads system continued to run out or have inadequate water supply, staff issued an emergency out-of-area service authorization that authorized Sunny Slope to connect the extended water system and serve Best Road Mutual Water. The goal, though, is a permanent connection and final authorization from LAFCO for the formal annexation of the territory. Okay, next slide. Environmental review has been completed, the lead agency being Sunny Slope. It is operating or conducting the project under 2 exemptions. One is exemption because it's annexation of existing facilities, and 2 is an exemption because of organizational change without expansion. So there is already services being provided by an agency in the area, and there's no proposed expansion of that area. The notice of exemption was filed with San Benito County Clerk and finalized. Okay, next slide. The land use in the area is developed rural residential. There's no new development proposed. The zoning is 29 parcels residential mixed and 19 rural residential. The population is approximately 133 residents. And with regard to the public services, the only change proposed is a transition from Best Road Mutual Water to Sunny Slope County Water District. All other services will remain unchanged. Okay. There are several key agreements that support the annexation. The first being Sunny Slopes annexation resolution. All annexation applications have to be initiated either by resolution of the affected agency or by petition. And in this case, it's a resolution by Sunny Slope. There's also a consolidation agreement that transfers the Best Road assets and with regard to the DWR grant. There's also an interdistrict agreement between Sunny Slope and San Benito County Water District, authorizing exporting water from zones 3 and 6. And then there's the newly approved property tax sharing agreement where the county agrees with no property tax exchange for this annexation. Next one. As far as financial details, no new assessments or debt for the residents. There's no property tax transfer. There's no adverse fiscal or environmental impacts that have been identified. Sunny Slope County Water District's existing rate structure applies, and it's consistent with the Sunny Slope County Water District sphere of influence. There is an asterisk that should be added there. It will be consistent when it is extended as part of the annexation application. And it is consistent with the county general plan. Okay. And then the last slide. It meets Government Code 56133, health and safety concerns for extension of services. It aligns with, as I mentioned, or will align with the sphere of influence and does align with the county general plan. It ensures long-term water reliability and sustainability. Staff will provide a detailed report prior to the December public hearing that analyzes all factors as required by both law and by policy. We do have several factors that are included in the policy and guidelines. So it will be a lengthy report. So please let me know, though, if there is anything of interest, concern that you would like to ensure is in the report to answer your questions and make an informed decision. And that's all. We do have available in the audience Drew Lander from Sunny Slope County Water District to answer any questions also about the annexation proposal.
Great. Thank you very much. When Vanessa's ready, we'll go to public comment.
If you'd like to make a comment in chambers, please provide a speaker card. On Zoom, you can press *9 or the raise hand icon. First, we have Julian Rogers.
Okay, good evening. I'm Julian Rogers. I'm the Best Road president, which is a glamorous title for a rather unglamorous job. I was impressed earlier listening to the gentlemen who put their names into the hat for the role because it's important that people do this. I moved into Best Road about 8 years ago. And at the time, unfortunately, I was the only person who was really interested in taking on the president role of Best Road. I didn't know that much about water at the time. I wish I'd done a little bit more research before I moved into the area, coming from a city, not really understanding water. So for the last 8 years, we've been working on the quality of our water, which has been failing for many years now. We have arsenic, we have failing wells, iron and manganese in the water. We have state regulations that get higher and higher. Our arsenic levels were legal in 2006. Now, the regulations get stronger and stronger, which is better for the public, it's better for the drinking water, but it becomes harder and harder for small communities to meet these standards. We have limited resources, very little interest in the community about being involved, which I can understand. It's an unglamorous task. You don't get paid. You have to deal with the state water board resources a lot. And you're getting a lot of arguments with your neighbors over water. So it's been difficult, but we've spent a long time trying to find solutions about treatment systems, about this and that. But inherently, it comes back to what do we get out of the ground? We could drill new wells to try to solve the problem, but we may get arsenic in those. You just don't know. It's a huge amount of money involved to fix these things. So a number of years ago now, the possibility of a merger with Sunny Slope came up. And the possibility of it was huge. I mean, the ability to scale, to go and solve our water problems through distribution from a bigger company that can handle these things, the economy of scale for water, et cetera, et cetera. And the state water boards, I think, are invested in getting rid of our small mutual water companies because they know we cannot do so well. So we were lucky to get the grant for $2.5 million to help facilitate this merger. It's been a lot of work by a lot of people. It's really a huge thing for our community. To have safe, clean drinking water is a really important thing for us. So I'm very excited about it. I know the community is very excited about it. And I just came here today to answer any questions oh, that's it. I'm off. I'm done.
Thank you.
That's my time.
I have no other comments.
Great. Appreciate it. Bring it back to the commission. Discussion.
Thank you. Thanks, Julian, for coming up and talking about Best Road and the history of it. I appreciate that Drew and Sunny Slope have stepped up to take this task on. This is why LAFCO is here. This is what we do. This is amazing. And one of the very first annexations that's come before us. So super excited about it. To our executive officer who has been on calls, I'm sure, a lot in the past couple of months with Sunny Slope and Best Road and everybody else trying to get this across the finish line. And I appreciate that the board allowed this to come back and vote on it as a for the tax sharing agreement. So well done. Very much looking forward to it coming to us next month. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything further? Questions? Comments?
No questions.
Hearing none. Thank you. It'll be coming back December 11th.
Yes, that's correct. Public hearing, December 11th.
Great. There's no decisions on this item, so that would complete that item. Thank you very much, everybody, on that.
Thanks, Drew.
And so then that would take us to our informational item, 6.1, Executive Officer Communication.
So the first item is the wastewater MSR presentation schedule that's included there. County Board of Supervisors was meant to be next Tuesday, but I understand it's a very full agenda, so we pushed it to December 16th. San Juan Bautista will be November 18th, next Tuesday. City of Hollister in December 1st, San Benito County Water District November 19th, and Sunny Slope County Water District November 18th. Following those presentations, we'll conduct an ad hoc meeting and then bring it back to the full commission, so likely in January. And then the city MSR is moving forward actually at full speed. We have an ad hoc meeting December 5th where we'll be presenting the findings to the ad hoc committee. We have a couple of meetings with the two cities set up to go over findings and talk about spheres of influence, but that might be premature in the case of both cities. We'll see where they're at. But otherwise, we're moving forward and we may have a public draft early in the new year. Application tracker update. This will be available online on the website so that members of the public can track along what applications have been received and where they are at in their application process. Number 4 is the conference report. Commissioner Stevens and Commissioner Jordan joined me at the San Diego conference for Cal LAFCO. I think that it was very well received. It probably had some of the highest attendance I've ever seen at a Cal LAFCO conference. Particularly following COVID, it had really dragged for a few years there, but it was excellent to see so many people out. The theme of the conference was kind of turning a ship around. There was a nuclear submarine captain or former captain that presented on his book on leadership management. And the title of one of his books is Turning the Ship Around. So that was pretty interesting. And then the bylaws I had mentioned would be considered at the annual business meeting at the conference. Those were considered and approved unanimously. And all of that information, summary of all of the efforts that have taken place and the updates to the bylaws are all included in the attachment for the annual business meeting packet there. And then finally, records digitization. I continue to receive requests for information and a lot of them have to do with older archives. And when they're in paper form, I don't have immediate access to them until I come in. So we are starting the process of digitizing all of the records so that they're available, readily available. That's all I've got.
Thank you very much. Any public comment?
If you'd like to make a comment in chambers, you can come up to the podium. On Zoom, you can press *9 or the raise hand icon. We have no public comment.
Bring it back to the commission. Questions, comments? Hearing none, we'll move on to 6.2, commissioner announcements and requests for future agenda items. Any commissioner announcements or requests for future agenda items?
No announcement, no requests. I just want to say thank you to Jennifer for arranging for Mayor Jordan and I to attend the LAVCO conference. Especially for me, I'll just say that it was an incredible learning experience, and I at times found it very technical. However, as it went along and more workshops that I attended and more people that I spoke to, things started to sort of make sense. And I was kind of excited about that. And I especially appreciated the final panel, the last panel of the conference, where they had other LAFCO's representatives speak about their experiences. And what was really interesting, I'll just say this to everybody here, that like all the things that we are constantly grappling with and are in conflict with, that we struggle with, other LAVCOs are having very, very similar experiences. And it was just very eye-opening to me. It was almost like they knew our story when they were talking about their own. But I just want to thank you for that. I'm so glad that I went to it, and it just sort of kind of gelled things a little bit better for me. So thank you so much for that. I'm hoping to be able to attend next year. We'll see.
Great. Any further?
Very nice.
Hearing none, any public comment on commissioner announcements?
If you'd like to make a comment in chambers, you can come up to the podium. On Zoom, you can press *9 or the raise hand icon. I have no public comment.
All right, thank you. We're adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you. Overcharged.